So, Charlie Kirk's killer will not make it in prison. Before we even start the video, I would like to know why we would think this. If you tell me that homie killed a baby, you're not making it in prison. If you tell me that homie touched a kid, you're not making it in prison. If you tell me that homie beat the fuck out of an 83-year-old man and then stole his wallet, you're not making it in prison. Do inmates feel a certain kind of way about assassinations? I don't know why he wouldn't make it. Maybe he's soft, and I don't know. As far as like looking at it from a prison punishment, because you get multiple punishments when you break crimes and go to jail, right? You get punishments from, friends, family they don't talk to you anymore. You get punishment from the judge, right? And then when you get to jail, you get punishment from the inmates once they find out what you did. If what you did ain't that bad, they'll leave you. But if what you did is fucking heinous, they're gonna fuck on you hard. Right? Especially if you're surrounded by lifers and people that will never see parole. I can't imagine that's the case for someone that just assassinated someone. I don't know how inmates feel about assassinations.
Want to beat him down. Some people are going to want to stab him. Some people are going to want to stab him in the anus with their wiener penis. Some people are going to want to penetrate him with way weirder shit than that. Some people are going to want to force him to eat human feces. Some people are going to want to cut him open and stuff human feces inside the open wounds that they make on this dude.
We now have more information about this suspect.
It's the accused assassin posing with a .50 caliber machine gun. Investigators also revealed that
Get that shit out of your goddamn hands. You don't deserve to hold one of those. Let go of my baby.
Tyler Robinson also posed with an anti-tank missile launcher. Here's what we've learned about the 22-year-old suspect accused of the political assassination that is shocking America. There was also a reference on the bullets to a violent video game, Helldivers 2.
And there is one person responsible for what happened here.
Hey there, guys. Today we're talking about Tyler.
It's the little fuckboy coward. And just to throw it out there, again, one more time, if you support what Tyler did, you're also a fuckboy coward. It's not a debate either. Y'all killed the last person that would debate you. That's a motherfucking fact, and you can't change my mind. If you support what he did, you're a fuckboy coward with a little dick, and on the off chance that you're a female, you probably got a stinky ass pussy. I just want that to be known before we continue any further. Again.
Robinson, the alleged assassin in the brutal slaying of Charlie Kirk, and what would happen to him in prison if he was convicted, and what's happening to him in jail right now as somebody who's been to many county jails.
I hope you get sexually assaulted into fucking oblivion, Tyler. I may get action from YouTube for saying that, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it. I hope they don't kill you. I hope you survive your entire sentence, and your entire sentence is nothing but fucking butt poundings.
And who's also served time in 7 different prisons. I'm gonna give you my personal rundown on what I think is gonna happen in this situation, so let's get into this right now.
Let's do it.
First of all, I think it's important that I let you guys know that I do not believe the FBI's narrative that this was just a one-person, unhinged, deranged psychopath working on his own type of an idea. That doesn't make sense to me, and I've absolutely analyzed all of the evidence that has been provided, from the video to watching and hearing the shot, understanding where the gun was placed that they found. The entire thing stinks to me, but that's going to be for a complete and total other video. Today we're going to go under the assumption that he is guilty, that he's the only one that's guilty, and
I think that he's the only one that's guilty. I think that this whole thing is getting the JFK treatment. Oh, was it Lee Harvey Oswald? Was it not Lee Harvey Oswald? There was a second shooter. There was no way that he fired off all those rounds in rapid succession, with that kind of rifle and blah, blah, blah. And there's going to be a lot of talk, and there's going to be a lot of theories and all this stuff. But I haven't seen anything that the FBI has said. No, I think it's just him. Now, could there be a possibility that he had help in scouting the area, finding the best location, gathering the weapons, right? Maybe, man. I don't know. But I truly believe that he was the one that pulled that trigger. Whatever else is prior to that or after that, whatever. But he is, in fact, 100% unequivocally fucking guilty.
he ends up getting convicted and goes to prison because everybody keeps asking me what's going to happen to this piece of shit in prison.
Your ass belongs to me.
Well, I mean, look what happened to the Boston Bombers. in prison.
Tyler Robinson is currently being housed in the Utah County Jail. He's booked in on charges of aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm, and obstruction of justice. Jail officials placed Robinson under special watch in a special housing unit to determine if he poses a risk to himself or others. So what is special besides what his mom used to call him?
I mean, whenever I went to jail, I had to sit in solitary confinement. Before they put me in the one area that had other inmates, which, funny enough, there was only one other inmate. I went to jail in Kuwait. They put me in solitary confinement for like a week. And then after that week, they transferred me to another area where the living space was bigger. And it was like a tent. And I had a bunk bed instead of just like a metal bed. And there I got to talk to my other inmate, really. But that first week, it kind of blew because solitary confinement's not fun.
Because clearly, this dude is a fucking retard. Well, remember when they had Epstein and they put him in that special Epstein suicide watch cell? Yeah, that's exactly.
And yeah, there was no way inside of that box they had me in. There was no way I could have hurt myself. I wasn't going to, but there was no possible way I could have harmed myself, even if I tried. Dude. I suppose I could have taken my head and just bashed it into the metal bed frame, but that wouldn't have killed me. That just would have hurt really bad.
Exactly where they've got him. They've got him in a cell that is under constant observation. If he has any clothing at all whatsoever, it's one of those turtle suits.
Yeah.
A turtle suit is a tear-proof robe, sort of a get-down, so that he can't tear pieces off of it to be able to swing himself from something. Like,
in my box, there was nothing I could have attached anything to. I had an actual, jumpsuit or whatever, but there was, even if I would have taken my top off and tied it around my neck, there was nothing I could have latched it to. So, and the bed sat so close to the floor that it's not like I could have just like tied it to the bed and been like, no, I would have just been there like a moron, just like, well, just waiting to die. So,
Epstein did while he was still under suicide watch. They have him under constant surveillance with a camera in the corner of the room that is looking down at him. And some places give you a turtle suit, but I've also been in places where I've seen that they put people in what they call butt naked cells.
Oh.
And that's exactly what it sounds like. They put you in one of these cells completely booty ass naked and have a camera pointed at you 24/7. Now, this is usually a 72-hour evaluation, but they can keep you in there for an indeterminate amount of time.
I was in there for a fucking week and it felt like months.
And this dude is not getting out of his cell. It's absolutely miserable in one of these things. Imagine living in a cement bathroom with nothing but a toilet and a mattress and a little...
Yeah. Yeah, except my walls were glass. For real. All glass. I could see through them, and they could see me. I was like, this is wild, man. I never thought I'd end up here.
Sink at the top of the toilet, and you are in there 24 hours a day. You don't get any books. You don't get any TV.
Yeah.
You have literally nothing to do except think about what you did. Which is exactly what this piece of shit deserves. Now, once he gets out of this, they're going to be placing him in an AgSed cell. And it's going to be the same exact sort of scenario in there, except he might get normal, regular jail clothes.
Could you imagine the sweet justice and the sweet irony? I almost don't even want to say it, but if while Mr. Tyler here is getting escorted, he catches around to the neck. Because we all remember why, Gary, why? Remember that? Yeah, that's...
Other than that, he's going to be in there non-stop. Now, all of this is to keep him physically safe, and the only reason that they're doing that is because he has public appearances to make. And if he goes into court all beat up in a wheelchair with half of his shit caved in and a couple extra holes in his neck, it makes it look like they're not doing their job.
Fuck them. It's one thing I've never understood, especially for the ones that commit heinous acts like this, is we don't want to do the same thing to them. If I ran it all, good God, you motherfuckers that do this shit, y'all'd be dead next day. Y'all'd be dead faster than y'all can get packages from Amazon Prime. It's like, fuck, man.
And the DOC hates it when it looks like they're not doing their job. Same thing with county jails. They're going to try to keep him in one piece for long enough to get him out of the public eye. But as soon as that's over, as soon as he's sentenced and nobody's going to see him again for any amount of time on the news, on camera, like what he currently looks like, that's when the real magic happens. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't understand about Utah State prisons is back in 2021, they actually integrated their death row inmates with all their other inmates.
That's a terrible idea.
Instead of keeping them separately housed, which was not only for other inmates' safety, but also for the death row inmates' safety, because let's be honest, you got to do some pretty disgusting shit to end up on death row. But for some reason, Utah was like, nah, fuck it, throw him to the wolves. And let's not mince words about this. This dude is real pretty. He's what gay inmates in prison would call real fuckable. Real fuckable. Now, some people are going to want to beat him down. Some people are going to want to stab him. Some people are going to want to stab him in the anus with their wiener penis. Some people are going to want to penetrate him with way weirder shit than that. Some people are going to want to force.
He's not just going to be someone's bitch. He's going to be everyone's bitch.
Awful, derelict behavior that you could possibly imagine. That is what they're going to want to do to this dude in there. And a lot of you guys are going to be like, well, why would they want to do that to him? It's not like he's a child offender or a sexual offender. And part of what you guys need to realize is that the vast majority of convicts are not down with this pussy-ass liberal bullshit, homie. And there's a lot of people in there who are guaranteed to be Charlie Kirk fans. But even if you separate...
That is true. I didn't really know how much of media people in prison are allowed to consume. So I didn't know if there was Charlie Kirk fans or supporters or sympathizers in prison. I don't know how much access to media they get, so I was just, I don't know.
Separate the politics all the way to the side. He is a high-profile inmate. He's like a celebrity in there, but a celebrity that they hate. So if they could go home at the end of their bid and tell their great-grandkids that they're the one who beat down and butt-fucked this dude, that's going to be something that they're going to have as a story. It's a notch on their belt. It's like a trophy in prison.
Yeah.
Trophy in prison.
Like whoever's going to be the one to stick it to Diddy, which I don't really feel in his case is a punishment. He's going to be like, joke's on you. I'm into that shit. But with Mr. Tyler here... man, his little trans butt buddy is gonna have to get over the fact that he's gonna be getting railed by hundreds of dudes throughout his lifetime.
To get one of these high-profile pieces of shit. Now, I need you all to keep in mind that this is all based on the feds not throwing in federal charges on top of the state charges, which I think that they're actually likely to do. But we're not there yet, so we're not going to evaluate that scenario yet. I think they're going to double dip on this just because they want to make sure that they absolutely exterminate this piece of shit.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, the president of the United States of America, has already called for this dude to be executed.
Yeah.
One way or another, that shit is going to happen.
He's gonna die, whether it be by the actual needle or it be in jail. Okay? You know who also did heinous shit and they did not survive prison? Jeffrey Dahmer. Man. And Jeffrey Dahmer didn't do the same thing that Tyler Robinson did. Some would even argue that what Jeffrey Dahmer did was worse than what Tyler Robinson did because Jeffrey Dahmer was a very sick fucking man. And guess what? He didn't survive prison either. But what do you expect? Someone who is, one, gay, that likes to kill, murder, rape, while they're dead and alive, other men. Yeah, how long do you think that person's going to survive in prison? Not very long. He got stabbed in the shower and died. With the case of Tyler, it's not... I'm not even asking when he's going to die. The real question is, how? Because he's definitely dead.
Homie, when the president of the United States of America says that he wants to make sure that somebody who just did a politically motivated act of terrorism by assassinating somebody that's that high profile, you can bet your bottom dollar that shit is already done. And look, all of this is also under the assumption that this dude does not get taken out the same way that Epstein did. And I think there is a really high likelihood of that. I think that they kind of are already setting up the play with where they're housing him in that special unit. So
If they take this kid out, it's because it's revenge. Epstein was taken out to hide things, to obfuscate, to destroy evidence. Epstein's brain was the evidence. You kill him, you destroy everything. Whereas in Tyler, he'd be getting killed for just flat out, he'd be getting killed for revenge. Flat out revenge, that's what that would be if he got killed in the same way that Epstein did. Epstein was calculated taking a pawn off the fucking table. That's what that was. So that people of higher power can keep being in higher power, right? And keep being disgusting fucking individuals in the process. That's not the case here with Tyler.
that it looks
And I wouldn't be upset either. People die in prison all the time.
like he's unstable. I mean, we know
John with the 2. His boyfriend has disappeared. Witness protection? I wouldn't give this motherfucker witness protection. For what?
we know that he's not all there. We know that he's a few
Yeah, I mean, well, look who he was dating. Of course he's not all there. Did you see that thing? We all saw it.
cherries short of a fruit basket, although he's still hella fruity. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that there's a real good chance that there's more going on here than we actually have been told. I don't believe the FBI narrative. I don't believe that this was a single shooter involved situation. I mean, I know there was only one shot, but I think there were multiple people at play in this whole situation. And I think it goes a lot deeper than just some weirdos on Reddit getting together to make this thing happen.
Oh, for sure, probably. I mean, because whenever you're retarded and you can't articulate your opinions and your feelings because you're uneducated, naturally, a lot of these fuckers are going to get together with all of their inferiority, right? Band together to start their. We've seen it time and time again. These are just a whole bunch of fucking retards, really, whether they came from Reddit or not. Whatever. I don't know. What is your theory, JD? You don't believe the narrative? That's fine. We can talk about it. Do you think that there was multiple shooters there? Do you think that there was multiple people ready to take the shot? That way, if Tyler misses, someone else pulls the trigger. If that person misses, another person pulls the trigger. Or what if it's even more sinister? What if Tyler was supposed to pull the trigger? You got 2 more shooters. If Tyler misses, fuck it. The other 2 shooters, they just unleash on the crowd. Because whether you kill Charlie or you kill the fans, you're still hurting Charlie in that instance, right? Because imagine if they turned the guns on the people there instead of shooting at Charlie. Charlie has to see his own people that he's talking to die. That can break you. That can hurt you. Mentally, man. It really can, right? And Charlie would have to live with the fact that because of his event, all these people died. Really, for the most part, right? There's multiple things that they could have done to fuck up this event, to make it catastrophic. Luckily, sounds bad when I say this, luckily they were only aiming at Charlie. Because guess who was there, guys? Women, children, little kids. I know it's a college, but little kids were there. So, I don't know whether there's other shit at play or shit that we don't know about. Fuck this guy. Fuck him. I don't need to hear anything else. Fuck Tyler. I'm sorry to all you other Tylers out there that have the name Tyler. That's unfortunate. That's rough. But fuck this guy in particular. Fuck this version of Tyler, okay? All you other versions, I'm sure y'all are cool guys.
I think that there are actual forces at play that orchestrated this. And we're going to be doing a video getting into all of that. So please stay on the watch out for that. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know that this dude makes it to trial. What do you guys think?
I'm hoping he doesn't make it to trial. Do you have any idea what the like how happy I would be if I could see another Gary Y situation? And for someone that truly deserves it, it'd be so fitting. It'd be so ironic. And if it hit him in the neck, oh my god, I think I'd jizz. And I know that some of you fucking fairies, oh, you talked all this shit to us because we were cheering the death of Charlie Kirk, but you would be cheering the death of Tyler Robinson? Yes, a terrorist that assassinated someone. Fuck that guy. I'll cheer that shit all goddamn day. You can't make me feel bad. Suck my ass. All right, I got that out. That's good.